Hey, welcome back to Open-Ended Conversations. So glad to have you guys here, and happy holidays, happy 4th. It has been a while, honestly. I've been called to really rest, man. I've been so tired lately, and I've just been resting a lot. Obviously, eating, gotta eat good. Just resting and getting ready for the getting ready for the channel. Actually, I'm kind of gonna change up the channel a little bit. I'm gonna stop making it as like explaining the topics. I'm gonna stop kind of that style of like teaching it, and I want to make it more conversational. Kind of tell you the things I've gotten from using this knowledge in my life instead of just explaining the knowledge to you. You know what I mean? It's kind of breaking that barrier of just explaining it to you instead of explaining it. I want to tell you the insights I've gotten from it, or tell you things I've learned by using these mindsets or these tools in my actual life, and give like examples and life experiences and stuff like that, and kind of put it in more layman's terms, because sometimes a lot of this stuff can be like not understandable. Like you won't necessarily understand how to apply it to your life if it's not put in a certain way. Because I definitely know when I was first getting into like the self-help industry and stuff like that, a lot of this stuff was definitely new to me, and it took me a while to kind of catch on and understand how to use it, you know, or how to understand it correctly and use it. But yeah, today I am a writer, author, speaker. I'm a model as well. For speaking arrangements, for modeling gigs, you guys want me to model your products. I got good hands. I'm just kidding. I'm more than a hand model. But yeah, my email's below. Hit me up, and we can get something going. And if you want to do a consultation as well, which is the point of this whole channel, I would love to freaking do that with you. And today we're going to be talking about focusing on what you can control. I feel like this is a very important thing in today's world, and yeah, I just see a lot of people focusing on things outside of their control and even I can do this as well, just focusing on things outside of your control that aren't as conducive to getting the thing that you want or the growth that you're looking for. And so I think it's best to focus on things that are actually in your control. And I have notes, by the way, so I'll be looking down. Yeah, just like focusing your attention on variables that are within your control, and letting go of things that are not in your control. It's like you ever focus on something so heavily, and like, you know, your mind gets wrapped up in it, and you just keep thinking about it, and okay, what if I do this and then that happens, and what if I do this but then that happens, and then that, and then that, and then that, right? Like it never stops. Like you'll be stuck in your head forever, thinking about things that are outside of your control, that will just add to more stress, right? You eventually have to take action and be okay with where your efforts lead you. And like, yeah, you can do this, like overthinking action for a few different things, but if you break down the reasons more, you'll come to a few different conclusions. But one of the main conclusions that you'll come back to is trying to control things that are outside of your control, right? It's trying to control things that you don't have control over. Which is kind of like the central core philosophy of Stoicism. It's like this ancient Greek philosophy that was used by a lot of different philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, a few others. Yeah, that's kind of one of the main ones, though, Marcus Aurelius. I don't know why I totally just blanked on the other philosophers who use Stoicism. It's hilarious. So yeah, like that core central idea of Stoicism, Stoic philosophy is focusing on what you can control, like your actions, your attitudes, thoughts, or how you react to people's reactions of the disposition you have, or the actions you take, or the et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? The way you react to how people react to you. And then while accepting what you can't control, right? So that's, like I was saying, how people react to you, how people perceive your actions. There's a lot of things that just aren't in our control, that are outside of us, that if you just stress about and worry about 24/7, it'll set you back. And then another concept in Stoic philosophy is amor fati. It's a word meaning to like embrace challenges, embrace the good, bad, and indifferent in your life, because they're all opportunities for growth or for better understanding into insights of reality, right? So it's just like embracing that. So like, yeah, for instance, say you're in a season of blessings and you're receiving a lot of things you want, it's a good time for you to grow with your practices of being grateful or gratitude, or staying humble, or staying vigilant in your work and not slacking off, right? Or say you are trying to get a better job, or you're looking for more money, or you want a better relationship, but you always say you want more money, right? But you just don't have a good paying job. It's a chance for you to grow your skills, to start learning more, to put yourself out there and network more, right? And then it's a good you look into things that are stopping you from doing those things. Like, well, why am I not networking more? Why am I not confident in my skills, right? Et cetera, et cetera. Like, it's, right, you just have to keep asking yourself questions. And yeah, just like the present moment is where all the opportunities are. They're not in the past, they're not in the future, they're in the present moment right now. So, you can use your wisdom to discern on what to focus your attention on and move accordingly with that wisdom. So using your knowledge from your past experiences to help you better understand things now, to help you better grow, to help you better change your life circumstances, instead of focusing on what someone else is doing, what someone else did to you, how other people are out in the world. Instead of focusing on that, focus on what you can gain from your life experiences, and use your discernment to move more conducive to where you want to go in life. Be stable within yourself. When you're focusing on yourself, because the world will be very persistent in trying to distract you and trying to get your attention and put fears inside your mind, like, hey, you can't, what about this fear? What about that fear? What about what these people are going to say with, you going after this thing? What about, you know what I mean? It's just a bunch of noise, a bunch of BS. You got to be able to be confident in yourself and seek your own approval and validation, because you just got to be okay with going to sleep at night with yourself. Maybe doing what other people think is right for you and seeking other people's approval is going to help you sleep at night. Well, then do that. You just got to be comfortable with maybe not ever getting things that you genuinely want. If you're okay with that trade-off, then that's perfectly fine, with me, or with, it's your life. So, you just got to figure out what you're willing to sacrifice, what you're willing to put up with. Going after things you actually may want, or breaking the mold, breaking those generational family curses. Like maybe you'll get some pushback from that, but it'll be something you actually want, and you'll feel better with yourself when you do that and go after these things. So you kind of just have to be okay with that. Like, would you rather the approval or would you rather your own approval? You know. There's something else I wanted to say. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just actions you can take, and it's up to the particular person to take actions that they want, to go after the things that they want, or to just stay stagnant. That's perfectly fine. But yeah, like you just either way it's gonna be hard. Like life, it will be hard at times. Like it's hard to seek other people's approval, and it's also hard to seek your own approval. Like you just gotta, what are you gonna choose? What are you gonna choose? It's always up to you. Like everything takes work. Everything is hard. Or everything. Yeah, not everything's hard, but like you know what I mean. There's always gonna be. Nothing's perfect. Nothing's perfect. Yeah, the universe is a mirror, so like where you put your energy, it'll be mirrored back to you, right? So focus on your problems or obstacles, you'll create more obstacles, more problems, right? More delays. Focus on solutions to the problems. You'll cultivate more solutions will come into your life. More great ideas, more insights into life will come into your life, right? Because you don't get what you want, you get what you are. You get what you focus on, you get what you are. So like say you want more love in your life, focus on the things you love about your life. Focus on finding things to love about your life. You want confidence, focus on feeling more confident in your body. Focus on the things you feel confident about and try to think about why you don't feel confident about certain things and just like break those things down and learn to build that confidence up step by step. Come here. And then also I think you gotta just learn yourself on a deeper level. Once you know your habits, your patterns, etc., stuff like that, you'll know like, oh, okay, like I shut down when I get my feelings hurt, or oh, okay, I fear getting out of my comfort zone and then I shut down, or you know what I mean? Or I compare myself to people who have daddy's money and they came from wealth, so they already have accomplished all these things. Or, oh, this person came from nothing and they already accomplished these things, and I haven't done as much. Or, it's comparison, the thief of joy. Comparison about, again, focusing on things outside of your control that you don't have any control over, which is probably why you haven't done certain things, because you're too busy focusing on other people and not, what you want to do. Like the heck? So yeah, when you just understand like these things about yourself, you're better able to like perceive these things when they happen, or anticipate these things when they happen, so you can better push through these boundaries, through these imaginary things that you set up in your mind that stop you from getting what you want. A lot of these things that we say to ourselves or we think aren't necessarily reality. They're just thoughts. Like the brain's supposed to think, that's its job. So you don't have to listen to all your thoughts. You're not all your thoughts. It's just something your brain does, is think. And there's a thing in Stoicism called negative visualization. And it's kind of about what I was just talking about, as it's about imagining potential worst case scenarios or potential adversities with anything you set out to do, or anything you set out to do. Sorry, sometimes I have trouble reading my handwriting. I need to get a Rosetta Stone or something. Or just take my time more when I write. So like, yeah, like you're always gonna have setbacks, whether it's in your career, whether it's in a relationship you have. Like there's always setbacks. So it's or adversity. Like it's just natural, and it's not. It's more or less about how your perception on those things. Like you can't control a setback that comes out of nowhere, right? You just have to be able to stay stable in yourself and be comfortable with pivoting or looking at something from a different perspective and attacking it in a different way, essentially, or etc., etc. Like say you have like trouble with kind of like maybe so like, yeah, say there's like setbacks in your relationship, arguments, you know, as long as the two people are committed to like showing up every day, you know, and working through the problems, like that's really all you can control. You can't control trying to avoid problems. Like problems happen. That's kind of just life, unfortunately. You know, you work towards order, and then the order becomes chaos, right? The chaos, you know, you're living in order, and then chaos comes, and then you're living in chaos, and then you're working towards order. Like it's just a cycle of life, and you know, it's a kind of about understanding that these things are going to happen. So just staying even keeled, staying stable in that, and being able to adapt and accommodate to things that come along in life. Say you like to go to the library every day after school, but boom, right? Like your car breaks down, you can't drive there to the library, so now you have to find somewhere else to study. But you don't like to study at home, so it's like, ah, man, now I gotta, you know, maybe I'll go on a walk and go to a nature area where I'm from, right? Like it's setbacks are gonna have it. You just have to learn how to adapt, learn how to be okay with them, and just keep going with it, right? Amor fati. The challenges, good, bad, or indifferent, they're opportunities to grow, opportunities to learn. You know, and this helps with like being present and in the present moment and being proactive in what you are doing, and yeah, just staying on your toes. Because you can't control what's outside of you, only inside. Only inside. So yeah, like just put in the work, focus on what you can control, show up on a day-to-day basis, and be okay with the effort and the work that you put in. And if you're not, then something has to change. Or stay stagnant. Just kidding, I don't want any of you guys to stay stagnant. I want all you guys to grow and be the best that you can be. But you have to want that for yourself too, and put in that effort for yourself too. I done learned so in the past. I remember I learned so much in the past of like, man, people have to want to help themselves as well. Like you can't just want to help someone; they have to want to help themselves. Yeah, and some people can build a lot of resentment for you because you want to help them and help them be better, but you know they don't necessarily want that or see that the things that you're talking about need changing or solving. So it's like better to just be comfortable with accepting people for how they are, who they are, and you know, say if it's like family or something, of course you love them, but you know, you don't have to yeah, just accept people for that, or you know, you don't have to put up with the things that you don't want to put up with. And just be mindful of your thoughts and where/what your attention focuses on. Again, like focus on your own actions, thoughts, beliefs, disposition, and not things outside of you. And be okay and be prepared for adversity and setbacks, because they will eventually happen. Or obstacles to overcome, and it's a chance for your growth. It's a chance to learn more about yourself and to evolve into your best self, baby. And yeah, just know that your efforts matter. They're appreciated, and they'll be appreciated by the right people, and that you matter. And bump that imposter syndrome. And yeah, just your perception of you isn't always your reality, and don't let losers dictate how you live your life, because you'll be sad at the end of your life, or you'll be roped into some dangerous stuff, and your life may end sooner than it's supposed to be, or you'll think it's over sooner than it should have been because you feel stuck, or it's like, oh, I can't come back from this. And anyone can come back from anything. It's all about perspective. Zuko was in the fighter army, and he came back and was on Team Avatar, right? Like, it's, if Zuko can do it, I know you guys can do it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate you guys. Again, my email will be below for my consultations, for my modeling inquiries. Anybody who's in the music industry wants me to be a writer for them, please, I will write. I would love to contribute to furthering the culture of music. I would love to do that. Email me below. And yeah, thank you so much. I'm excited I hope you guys like the changes to the channel, and you will start to, I'm going to probably do one of the videos over that I did in the past, because it's just, I didn't really like the way it came out. Even though it did well, I'm just like, I don't like that. I'm always like looking at ways to like tinker things or fix things and make them better. And I just think if I make my channel more of like talking about explaining topics and more talking about the knowledge I gained from the topics, the wisdom I gained from the topics, I think it'll be a little bit more relatable and just interesting. Like, I don't know, I used to hate sitting in class listening to my teachers teach things in like boring ways, so I definitely don't want to do that. So I'm just going to tweak it up a little bit. Hope you guys like the changes, and I will see you guys definitely sooner. I'm feeling a lot more rested and better, and definitely the older I get, the more I'm like, man, I need to be more, I love connection and like just being social. So I've just been like a little hermit mode, really resting lately, but I'm definitely going to start getting back out there and being more social soon, and just networking and, yeah, just getting back out there, because your boy is definitely loves to be at home, but I love to be out and connecting with people as well. So I will talk to you guys soon. Comment down anything you guys like, or show love, anything, whatever you want. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys soon. See ya.